"Emeka, stop," she whispered, her voice trembling as she edged away. "Let go of me," she shouted, her voice cracking. Without thinking, she shoved him with all her strength. Emeka stumbled back, shocked, his eyes wide as he fell to the floor. Amara didn't hesitate. Grabbing her bag, she bolted for the door, her breath ragged. "Amara, wait!" Emeka called, but she didn't look back. She sprinted down the stairs and through the street, her legs burning, until she reached the home of Amara Obi. Was a radiant 16-year-old in her senior year of secondary school. Her spirit bright, despite the shadows of her past. Known for her love of writing short stories and dominating the basketball courts, she was a beacon of creativity and resilience. Her classmates admired her confidence, and her teachers celebrated her vivid imagination. But Amara's home life carried a weight most didn't see. After losing her parents years earlier, she lived with her elder sister Chioma and Chioma's husband Emeka in a modest apartment in town. Chioma, a nurse working long shifts, was often absent, leaving Amara with Emeka, a mechanic whose flexible schedule kept him home during the day. Amara returned from school each afternoon around 3 p.m., dropped off by the school bus. Emeka was usually there, friendly at first, offering snacks and asking about her day. "You're like my little sister," he'd say, his tone warm. But as weeks passed, Amara grew uneasy. She missed her parents and the closeness she once shared with Chioma, now consumed by work and marriage. One evening, she confided in her sister, "I wish you were home more. It's weird being alone with Emeka." Chioma, exhausted, squeezed her hand. "I know, Amara. I'm providing for us. Emeka's good to you though. He keeps an eye out." Amara nodded, but a knot of discomfort tightened in her chest. One afternoon, as Amara worked on her homework in the living room, Emeka sat beside her on the couch. "Let's play a game," he said, his voice carrying an unsettling edge. "Just for us, okay? Don't tell Chioma." Amara's instincts flared. "What kind of game?" she asked, wary. His smile didn't reach his eyes. "Something fun, trust me." The game felt wrong immediately. His touch is too close, his gaze too intense. "Emeka, stop," she whispered, her voice trembling as she edged away. "Don't be like that," he said, his hand grazing her arm. "It's our secret." Her heart pounded, panic surging. "Let go of me," she shouted, her voice cracking. Without thinking, she shoved him with all her strength. Emeka stumbled back, shocked, his eyes wide as he fell to the floor. Amara didn't hesitate. Grabbing her bag, she bolted for the door, her breath ragged. "Amara, wait!" Emeka called, but she didn't look back. She sprinted down the stairs and through the street, her legs burning, until she reached the home of Mrs. Aid, a kind neighbor who had always been a safe haven. Bursting inside, Amara collapsed, gasping. "Amara, what's wrong?" Mrs. Aid asked, rushing to her. Tears streaming, Amara choked out, "Emeka! He tried to touch me. It was wrong and I ran." Mrs. Aid's face hardened. She held Amara tightly. "You're safe now. You did the right thing." She called Chioma, who rushed home, her face pale with horror as Amara recounted the incident. "Oh, Amara," Chioma whispered, tears falling. "I'm so sorry. I should have known." Amara clung to her. "I didn't want to hurt you, but I couldn't stay." That night, Chioma and Mrs. Aid took Amara to the police. With Chioma by her side, Amara gave a statement, her voice shaking but resolute. Emeka was arrested that evening, and Chioma vowed to protect her sister, cutting all ties with him. They moved to a new apartment, a fresh start away from the memories. The weeks that followed were heavy. Amara grappled with guilt, wondering if she could have done something differently, and anger at Emeka's betrayal. Chioma, consumed by her own guilt, arranged for Amara to see a counselor, Mrs. Neka, who created a safe space for her to process her emotions. "You were brave to run, to speak up," Mrs. Neka said. "That strength is yours, Amara." Writing became Amara's refuge. She poured her pain into stories of characters overcoming impossible odds. Her English teacher, Mr. Eze, noticed her talent and urged her to enter a school writing competition. Hesitant, she submitted a story and won first prize, a spark of confidence reigniting within her. Chioma adjusted her schedule to be home more and enrolled Amara in a local basketball club. On the court, Amara found freedom, laughing with teammates and rediscovering joy. A teammate, Ezine, encouraged her to join the school team. "You're amazing out there, Amara," she said. Amara agreed, finding purpose in the camaraderie. The legal case against Emeka progressed, and Amara's testimony, though harrowing, was pivotal. Supported by Chioma and Mrs. Neka, she faced the courtroom, her voice steady. Emeka was convicted of attempted child abuse and sentenced to 7 years in prison. The verdict brought relief and closure, allowing Amara to breathe easier. A year later, Amara was thriving. She was the girl who won writing competitions, a star on the basketball team, and an inspiration to her peers. But her journey didn't end there. At 17, as she approached her final year of secondary school, Amara began reflecting on her experiences as an orphan. Losing her parents young, logically navigating grief, and surviving Emeka's betrayal had shaped her in profound ways. She realized her story could help others, especially young orphans facing similar struggles. Inspired by her counselor's encouragement to share her voice, Amara decided to create a course to empower orphans with tools for survival and resilience. She spent months researching, drawing on her own experiences, and interviewing other orphans through community networks Mrs. Aid introduced her to. Amara crafted a course called Thriving Through Adversity, a Guide for Orphans, covering emotional resilience, financial literacy, building support systems, and pursuing passions. She structured it into video modules, written guides, and interactive exercises, pouring her heart into every detail. With Chioma's help, she learned to use free online tools to record and edit her content, teaching herself the basics of course creation. At 18, after graduating secondary school, Amara launched her course on an online platform, Udemy, using a laptop borrowed from her school's library. She priced it affordably, wanting it to reach those who needed it most. Initially, sales were slow, but Amara was undeterred. She stumbled across digital marketing tutorials on YouTube and began studying social media strategies, SEO, and email marketing. She created a blog, Amara's Haven, where she shared snippets of her story and tips for young people overcoming hardship. Her authentic voice resonated, and her blog gained traction, driving traffic to her course. Amara also joined online communities for orphans and youth empowerment, sharing her course link and engaging with her audience. She learned to create compelling social media posts using platforms like Instagram and Twitter to share quotes from her course and her own journey. Within 6 months, her course had sold over 1,000 copies, earning her significant income. By her 19th birthday, she had made $20,000, a sum that felt surreal for a girl who had once felt powerless. This success sparked a new passion: digital marketing. Amara enrolled in an online digital marketing certification program, balancing it with her studies at a local university where she pursued a degree in communications. She honed her skills in content creation, paid advertising, and analytics, applying them to grow her course sales. By age 20, she was earning a steady $5,000 a month, reinvesting her profits into better equipment and professional course updates. Her course evolved, adding modules on mental health and career planning, and she collaborated with counselors like Mrs. Neka to ensure accuracy. Inspired by her impact, Amara dreamed bigger. At 21, she founded the Amara Obi Foundation, a non-profit dedicated to supporting orphans with education, mentorship, and mental health resources. She used her course profits to fund the foundation's launch, renting a small office, and partnering with local NGOs to provide scholarships and workshops. The foundation's first initiative was a mentorship program, pairing young orphans with professionals in their fields of interest. Amara's story, shared through her blog and media interviews, drew donors and volunteers, and the foundation grew, reaching hundreds of youths in its first year. Meanwhile, Amara's curiosity led her to the financial market. She started studying personal finance, inspired by her course's financial literacy module. Using free online resources and books from the university library, she learned about stocks, bonds, and index funds. She began investing small amounts of her course earnings, starting with low-cost ETFs. Her disciplined approach, researching companies, diversifying her portfolio, and staying patient, paid off. By age 23, her investment had grown to a portfolio worth $50,000, providing passive income that supported her foundation. Amara's digital marketing expertise continued to flourish. She started a consulting business, helping small businesses and non-profits build their online presence. Her clients included local schools and charities, and she taught them how to use social media and SEO effectively. Her reputation as a self-made entrepreneur spread, and by 25, she was a sought-after speaker at youth empowerment conferences, sharing her journey from trauma to triumph. The Amara Obi Foundation expanded, launching a mobile app that offered free resources for orphans, including mental health tools and scholarship applications. Amara funded the app with her consulting income and a successful crowdfunding campaign she marketed herself. By age 27, the foundation had supported over 5,000 orphans across Nigeria, and Amara was recognized with a national award for social impact. In the financial market, Amara's strategic investments continued to grow. She diversified into real estate crowdfunding, earning steady returns, and by 30, her net worth reached $500,000. She remained grounded, using her wealth to fund her foundation and support Chioma, who had become her biggest cheerleader. Their bond, once strained by circumstance, was now unbreakable. One afternoon, Amara sat under a tree on her university's alumni grounds, journaling. A young girl approached, holding a notebook. "You're Amara Obi, right? I took your course. It helped me believe I could be someone." Amara smiled, her heart swelling. "You already are someone," she said. "Keep writing your story." Amara had transformed her pain into purpose. From a terrified girl running from danger, she became a beacon of hope, a digital marketing trailblazer, a philanthropist, and a financial success. Her journey wasn't just about survival, it was about thriving, lifting others as she rose.